Hey guys, I'm Lillian, and this is how we created the acoustic paneling for my studio. First, we went to Harbor Freight and got some supplies like a staple gun to adhere the fabric to the frame of the panels, some gloves for touching the soundproofing insulation, and a canvas drop cloth to cover the panels with. Next, we headed over to the Home Depot to get the remaining items, like the rock wool insulation, which is what we use for soundproofing. And then we got some 1x4s, which are what we used for the actual frame of the panels. And we got these cut into 4 and 3 foot pieces because we were making 4x3 foot panels. Next, we just got a bunch of smaller slats that we're going to be using to lay across the frame of the panels and trap even more sound. We got these from the discount bin though, so we had to cut them ourselves, and let me tell you, it was quite the process. By the time we finally left Home Depot, it was way later, so we had to do a lot of this in the dark, but essentially we just used a drill to create the frames, and then we laid down and drilled in the slats vertically and slightly overlapping on top of the frames. Next, we used a staple gun to attach the canvas on one side of the panels, and then we placed the rock wool inside before continuing to staple on the rest of the canvas. And here we made sure to make it as tight as possible. Finally, we drilled in some screws and pulled a wire tight between the two, and this is what we're going to use to actually hang it on the wall. Next, I used a stud finder to make sure I'm not just drilling into drywall, and then I hung it up. I'm so excited with how these turned out. I think they look amazing, they sound great, and it's just fun and empowering that we actually created these ourselves. So if you're looking to make your own, I hope this helps.